Hey everyone, I'm Stuti Agarwal and welcome to Investing Advisors channel. So for today's video, I would be discussing about my trading setup and strategies that I use for trading derivatives. So to begin with, I would like to tell you about what kind of strategies that I make. I usually trade on strangles and straddles. It is quite a frequently used strategy in the market. So for Bank Nifty, so my majority of my trades are on Bank Nifty and Nifty. These are the two indexes that you can trade on. And also I sometimes like to pivot on stock options as well. So this is the chart for Bank Nifty, which is set on daily. So as you can see over here, I've made use of few of the trend lines, and also I use two of the indicators, which is the moving average 50 days close and exponential moving average 50-day close. So moving average and exponential moving average basically mean that they have taken the past 50 days candles into consideration. So moving average gives equal importance to all the 50 candles, and exponential moving average gives more weightage to the recent few candles. So I trade on the crossovers of the indicators. So basically, if the red line is crossing over the blue line, then that would be a bullish signal for me. So basically, I would make a trade over here, as this is a small crossover that I'm getting on Bank Nifty chart. So and I would sell the contract over here when the red line is moving below the blue line. So basically, coming to straddles and strangles, strangle basically means that when you are selling a call option, which is OTM, and a put option, which is OTM. So over here, as Bank Nifty right now is at 35,000 almost 900, then I've taken a call option of 37,000 and a put option of 34,600 into consideration. So I'll show you the right now what the premium is. So the premium looks like for 37,000 call option, the premium is at 60, and for the put option it is at 48. So basically, if you're trading into one lot, then you would be getting the sum of this multiplied by 25, as 25 is the lot size for Bank Nifty. So coming on the straddles, straddle basically means when you are selling the call option and the put option of at the money contracts. So for at the money, I've taken 35,800 contract over here. So this is the call option and this is the put option that you can sell. So basically, the option sellers have got an edge by the theta decay. So even if the Nifty is not moving anywhere, then also the option sellers would be gaining out of it. If let's suppose the Bank Nifty is moving directional, let's suppose it is at 38,000, it has moved up to 38,000, then the option sellers would be losing a lot because of the call option that they have sold, because they were not expecting the price movement to go above 37,000. As the VIX right now, which is the volatility index of India, is at 13 right now, which is quite very low. So strangles and straddles have given quite a good return to the option sellers. You can compare the VIX by the VIX that was in March 2020. It was at 80 or 90, which was quite a lot. So that means that the premium amount for, so let's suppose that the premium amount that you were seeing over here, which is at 60, at that time, it was probably selling at 600 or 700 or something like that. So now I'll show you the stock option that I've traded on. So this is the chart for Bajaj Finance. I've taken two trades. I'll show you the contract for the July option that I traded on and the August option that I traded on. So as you can see that I've made a few of the trend lines over here as well. Trend lines are basically made on the amount of touches that the stock price has given. So so the upper segment becomes the resistance and the lower segment becomes the support for it. So this is the contract for 6,200 call short that I did for the July expiry for Bajaj Finance, and I took the contract on 1st of July and squared it off on 28th of July. The price was the price which I sold on was 146, and the one which I squared at was 63. So I gained on the difference of this multiplied by the lot size, which is 125. So basically, my rationale for this was on 1st of July. So we were at around 6,000 on 1st of July for Bajaj Finance, and I had squared it off on 28th of July, which was over here. So as you can see that it wasn't that good, because when I had sold it, the stock was at 6,000, and since it was a 6,200 call, so I was not worried about it since it was trading below 6,200. So I entered the contract quite early on 1st of July. Even though the setup was the same, I had not expected it to go back to test the resistance and then come down. I thought that it would come down easily after it, but that did not happen. It did go up and test the resistance, and then did come down, and then again it moved up and then tested the moving average back again. But at this time, when it was around 6,200 and it was just going up, I had sold back on 28th of July, as you have seen. So this was for the July contract. I'll now show you the contract for the August option. So this is the August contract that I had taken, which is now of 6,400 call that I had shorted on 29th of July. So the previous contract that I had squared off was for 28th of July, which on which I squared it off, and now I had shorted it on 29th of July and took August contract. So basically, I sold it at 195 and I squared it back at 59 on 11th of this month, which is August. So on 29th, since I now know that the resistance is this trend line which is going up, so now I took a bigger bet. So on 29th of July, the contract was at 6,360 and I had shorted 6,400 call for it. As expected, the stock did move down and tested the moving average that we have drawn. It came down to 6,000. That was the day that I squared off the contract, just because I had two rationale. Firstly, because it had touched the moving average that I have made, and also since it is a large cap stock, I did not expect it to go down that sooner. So I thought that it might bounce back and test the resistance, or probably just break out. So I sold the contract over here and did not trade again on this stock. So as expected, it did go up, and now it is currently at 6,400, which was the strike price that I had with me. So like this, you can make trend lines and make use of different type of indicators. Option selling gives you a leeway of making a range and trading on it. But the amount of accuracy and precision that you need is more for option buying as compared to option selling. So initially, I would suggest that come with a little amount of capital just to get a grip of the market, and you can start with Bank Nifty options or any type of options. Just do not get into stock options too early because it is very illiquid. I have personally been stuck with a few of the stock options. So it is suggested that you should come with some capital that you are ready to use. You can get a grip of the market, and then you can infuse more of the capital then to start probably option selling as well. So that's it for this video. Do let me know in the comment section what kind of videos you are more expecting out of us, and we would be coming up with more such videos for you to understand about the trading and investing in stock market. And thank you so much. Happy investing.